Breaking news: Simon Èkpá asked Nigerian government to accept the result of Biafran self-referendum. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. We welcome you once again to Let's Talk TV, and this is another episode of the news happening in Biafran territory. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and make sure you turn on your notification because we will be giving you all the updated information on everything where they happen for this territory. Now straight up to the issue on ground because this problem of Nigeria reporting Simon Èkpá to European Union and Simon Èkpá challenging them back, it has gotten to another level, and want everybody to try as much as possible to be online at this point in time because we'll be giving out more informations on this issue. The least you can do is to continue to share our videos to as many groups and platforms as possible. The news in detail. The Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile has urged the Nigerian government to accept self-referendum result for Biafran liberation. Simon Èkpá made this in a statement on Thursday through his official X account. His comments come as over 50 million Biafran voted in support of Biafran self-rule in a poll conducted by the Biafran Republic government in exile. Simon Èkpá noted that the massive voting by Biafrans for liberation was due to age-long marginalization by the Nigerian government. He also stressed that Nigerians should embrace the decision of Biafrans to self-rule. The Biafran government is calling on Nigeria to honorably accept the self-referendum. Nigeria must accept Biafran self-referendum to avoid inevitable historic shame. The Biafran referendum question was not confusing and Biafrans are happy. The Biafran self-referendum question is, do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to re-establish the lost sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called the United States of Biafra, USB? And over 50 million answered yes. As of today, 29th of September 2024. I beg your pardon, 29th of August 2024. We continue with the news. The panic from the failed state is a result of the shock from the massive voting, he said. Recall that the Defense Headquarters, DHQ, on Tuesday announced that the Nigerian government is currently engaging the European Union and the EU to extradite Simon Èkpá. However, Èkpá reacted by inviting DHQ spokesperson Buba Edward and Nigerian Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Toga to participate in the upcoming Biafran Convention scheduled for November 29 to December 3rd, 2024 in Lahti, Finland. And that is that on that issue. There are so many controversial talk, so many issues, to address on this matter. But meanwhile, we will take it one step at a time because currently it is going live. There is a huge, serious argument on the social media handle, X handle, in particularly concerning this extradition. The Prime Minister Simon Èkpá has invited the Nigerian government to European Union and is telling them, let us go there and sort out this once and for all. Please do not forget to continue to share this video as we continue to give you more updated news. Enjoy this wonderful broadcast.
Their selfish interests, they sold their citizen. Don't worry, you think that Britain is among EU? Come to EU and let us disgrace you. I did not pray that I should have such challenge. Somebody will just tell me that you are writing this kind of garbage and it's coming from the zoo. I'll be ready for you. I'll wait for you anywhere. Thank you very much. I yield my mic. Sister Helen Peters, please.
We are going to be timing the host and co-host.
Yeah, exactly. Because we can't be cheating. I understand that. The fact is that I'm not going to stay long. I just want to remind us for how long Adenika grandson threatened the Igbos in Lagos on live videos and everything when he was broadcasting before he was arrested by the UK government. How long? It took this guy almost 2 years every day calling for the massacre of Igbo in Lagos. Did the Nigerian government call this guy to order or reach it to any of the UK government then? No. We were all here. We are all here. Before the UK government have to say, we have had enough of this guy, we have to investigate him and got him arrested, the Nigerian government, they were on social media too, they were listening to him, they never did anything. Because that is a threat on the people they hate most. You understand? They did not carry out any action to extradite him or even to stop him. They did not. For good 2 years plus, this guy was on the social media conversing for the massacre of Igbos in Lagos. Adenika grandson. Who said that? Is Mayagu not aware of this one? Mayagu is aware, though he condemned me then. He's aware. And this our very sister now, using Igbo name, though she's a Biafran, because her real name is Hizele. She's from Edo State, from the Isha-speaking Biafrans. So we don't know the propaganda behind this whole story. We are still going to dig deep into this whole shenanigan that is going on. Thank you very much. I yield my mic.
Thank you very much, Sterling. Mazi Rooney, you can unmute yourself, your mic now. Thank you, sir. Then we'll go to
I have been here for a long time.
Onyekwa biko kamari me pasha biko.
Mazin, also give new speakers now. Give new speakers.
This is God know it. I have been here. My hand has been here for a long time.
Go ahead. I'm the one that brought you in. Yeah.
Ronnie has spoken like 10 times. Ronnie don't speak like him.
No, Rooney have not said anything, sir, but Mazi, God know it. Go ahead, sir. We'll come back to you, Mazi Rooney. Go ahead, Mazi.
I want to appreciate all of you.
Please, if you know you have spoken before, you can go to the listening side. Can you hear me? So we can bring in more people. So many people on the mic, but we can't bring in people now. It is too much.
Yes. Thank you. Mazi, go ahead and make your submission. Thank you.
Please, I just want to make a point. I don't want to stay too long. But I want to correct something. Don't be offended. No, so your emotion is too high, and I know you have a lot of things in your chest. That is the truth, but at least sometimes some people are making noise. Someone are making noise. 17 points. Yeah? Then choose.
Received.
Then choose, please.
Sorry, I just don't worry. Go ahead. It's muted now. Go ahead, sir.
What I'm trying to say, a lot of things has went wrong, and what Nigerian people are doing, the vampires they are doing, they are well known what they are actually doing. Okay, and their grievance, their annoyance against Biafra is overwhelming in their heart. Even busting, if it's possible, it will bust their heart, and the liver will bust out on the ground. So, any amount of talk, you said a lot of things here based on your emotion and how it happens in your heart. They are not so that way. Many of us will focus on it. I don't focus on all these things because I know we are coming from. My focus is on rising sun. My people, if you're a good player, You see how a good coach will throw a ball while they are playing right in their post there, dribbling right in their post there. The person who will score the goal already positioning himself at the opponent 18. This is how they operate. Don't focus on what these people are criminals, and we are following them. We're smarter than them. We are ahead of them 700 times ahead of them. Thank you.
Homeland, are you speaking? We are not hearing you.
Mazi,
Um,
go ahead.
yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much, Mazi Benchuk. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, because that I kept you on the mic for a very long time. When we are making points, that is when you see hands will be raising up. So that is why you see us. We talk, to ginger our people to make points, so that at least when we were saying something, they will not have their own point and coming in. Imago, oh, Taisha, more than his. It's not as if we like too much of talk. Thank you very much, sir. So without wasting much of our time, I will give the mic to Mazi Rooney. Please, you are the next to go. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. So, thank you, Dr. David, Helen Peters, all the rest of the people in the house. I greet you all. I really don't really like the way we always come off our mic, interject when somebody's talking. It doesn't really make any sense, because it will make that person talking to lose his line of thought. Even if you want to have anything you want to interject, can you hold it? And the person is done, you can raise your hand and do that, because it will make the room to start looking rowdy, like we don't really know what we're doing. And secondly, we have dwelt on this topic because, as far as I'm concerned, it's irrelevant to start dwelling on this woman talking shit. These people that are even complaining about it, they have worst. Nobody did them anything. Their Oba says so. They didn't stop there. We talk over a lot of evidences online. Nobody did them anything. Even the Lagospedia says so. Where do we start? Even Oluremi, their first lady, said what? Has she been arrested? Tinubu the same thing. So let's not just dwell on this. We are bigger than them, and we have shown that. Whatever the woman said, she's a Biafran and she must be protected. That is sacrosanct. I think the topic is what we should be talking about, because that's the most of the, in fact, an important topic here. PM Mazi Simon invites Nigeria to 2nd December. I think we should be brainstorming on that, because these are the people who really doing everything to go after him, and he's inviting them to Finland. Now these people have a problem with Chinese. How are they going to go about it? Now they can't even fly out. Does it mean that there's something that PM is, planning that we don't even know? Maybe is he going to give them gas? Or, our PM is a wonderful man. Maybe he has a plan, because they just have to be there. They shouldn't have any excuse. He's holding them because he has given them an invitation, and it will not kind of something handing on their neck. Then going to EU is a waste of time, because those people will be looking at them like idiots. You are going to EU to ask for extradition of a person who is a prime minister to another government. Is it that you people are dumb or daft? You didn't go to school at all? You don't know the meaning of government in exile? You don't know that it's internationally recognized? Or what? You are going to extradite him. Maybe you think Finland is your Africa that is full of corruption. And that you can go and do the same rubbish you did in Kenya. You went and kidnapped an innocent man. Today, you are crying because his innocency is destroying you. You will keep crying till Biafra come. Nobody care. You can do all your lies and propaganda. You can write to even to the moon, to the sun. Nobody give a damn. You see this Biafra. You see this time around. We are getting it. And you see this invitation. You will honor. You must honor it too, because you have been making plan to go and extradite him. He has given you the opportunity. Come and do it in Finland, 2nd of December. Somebody has given you an invitation. Now, Finland authority and the rest will allow you to come. But the question is now is, how are you going to get us to come? Because China is on your neck, and if he sees you fly out your jet, you're gonna get it impounded or seized. What are you gonna do? You see, these people don't really know the people they are playing with. We are too big to be trampled upon. We have taken that nonsense enough. You hate us. On a daily basis, we are seeing that. The net fund student loan you took, you excluded us. We didn't complain because God has blessed us so much, placed us in the position to always take care of our needs. You have made us to have this stony heart. The more you are hating us, the more stronger we are becoming, the more stronger and progressive we become, because you are teaching us and we are learning how to face it and move on and become better. Still, you are not happy. Now we want to leave you alone in your contraption. You are still crying. I don't really understand how you will be beating somebody. You are not telling him how to cry. Not this time around. Yes, the invitation has been extended to you, terrorist Islamic country, and you just have to honor it. It will be very shameful thing if you didn't come at all, because now the world is watching you if you have the balls. So my brothers and sisters, this is our focus, what you should focus on. Not all this thing, because from now to tomorrow, those idiots that think that they can talk bad of us and nobody will talk back at them, those are funja. They are joking. Their lies will keep talking back at them. And that is how it is. And nothing will happen to that woman because she's a Biafran. She said her mind. Because they also have been saying what in Clubhouse. So do they want us to start bringing evidences? So as far as I'm concerned, it's irrelevant. The most important thing now is this zoo that don't have jets to come to Finland. I think we should, think about it and know if they should come to ask our PM whether they will even beg him to help them with gas, so that the international community will not be laughing at them if they didn't honor it. I yield.
Yes, thank you very much. I will not.
So please,
Yes.
10 seconds, please.
Okay.
Ronnie, my brother, I understand what you're talking about, but the topic is up there, and we, the Biafrans, you must check the handles of PM and the Minister of Information. Well, this has been a problem in Nigeria that don't worry, she will be fine. Don't worry. If you don't tackle this, it's good that the topic is right there, which is the vital topic. You can speak about it. But you see this lady right there, Nigerian government is having paper. What the PM is doing right now, and the Minister of Information is our Minister of Information. Go and check his handle. He's digging out many things. Go and check what there is the one that said that we should flood, wipe Igbos away. So if we use this Nigerian mentality, like don't worry, she will be fine, she's not relevant. This is something that will put a thought in the mind of those who say they don't want to support Biafra. So this is the reason why that when we come on Twitter space, you should check the PM Twitter handle and the Minister of Information. Then you know what to tackle. That is what I want to correct. Not like she's not relevant. She's very much relevant.
No. I'm not against anybody saying that. I am saying that we have flogged that enough. All right. I've been listening. Okay, I've been listening. We have flogged. In fact, any Canadian authority or whoever they sent to listen to this must have seen the truth, because I've been listening in for hours and we have been talking. So we have talked enough on that, but I found out that we have not been talking about these people that are supposed to be in Finland, who doesn't have means of getting there. My brother, so what's going to
All
Biko,
happen?
nye
right, all
mic,
right,
oh, nye
Mazi.
mic. My
Mazi,
brother,
really.
fine. Give me
Yes.
mic.
Yes, we will have to rotate the mic now. Yes, thank you, Mazi. I won't be me. Jokpara of Biafra is here. Mazi Chukuma, you have also been here since. Please, thank you very much for all those that have made their submission. We really appreciate. Mazi Chukuma, Ngwan Orugona Gaka, Ngwan. Yes, go
Chukuma,
ahead.
listen. Chukuma.
Yeah?
Chukuma, you lucky say next time you go come ask PM that kind of question, I will stand in back and give you a slap. Your
No. Mazi Gochiku, chere, ka ngwa gị, You see that question Mazi Chukuma ask,
Tom,
it
I
might
came
look
here.
stupid. It might look
I raised my
funny.
hand up first before even Ronnie. You
Don't
people
worry,
should do
I will
things the
come
way
to
it's
you.
supposed to be.
No, Mazi Kennedy, no verse. We know now. We go give you the mic. As you just raise up your hand, talks now. The person when one will carry the mic, no see now you first call. So no wahala. Wait. Mazi Chukuma, what you ask our PN, it might look somehow, funny, just like the way our PM reacted to it. But I love that question. You know why? Because it is not just for you, it is not for us, but it is for those people that really deserved it. It is not just the reaction that you got was not just to you, but it is to those people who also have that same mindset, who are also living in that kind of state. So it's not as if maybe so Africa anything. Oh, also na high name. So that
Anyway,
thank you.
like I want to say, our PM is a very smart man. You understand? Is a very smart man. The question I asked, I know why I asked it, but I think,
Chukuma, please don't dwell on it. I'm just joking.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I know why I asked it, and at this point, you understand, he placed us in the directions he wants us to continue to move as a government and as a people. So, but anyway, I thank him for what he's doing because he's done
Thank you,
so.
Mazi Chukuma. Okay, I have to go to Kennedy.
No,
Na
Kennedy get your go deal because me, I'm going out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway,
Kennedy,
Kennedy,
1 minute. Oh,
please, I beg your pardon. Please don't be upset. Mazi Ronin, anytime I see you, I must say hi to you. Anyway, what I want to say is the way these people are behaving, we should not be surprised. You know why? Because there's a history that they have that some of us don't know about. If it's like, let's say we are like in the era of like 3,000 or 4,000 years ago now, we will contest the validity of Yorubas being indigenous to that land where they call today. We knew how they came in, we knew where they came from. And by right, Biafra is a distinct nation because we are the only nation that one ethnicity, so many tribes, but at the same time, one ancestry. We are the only nation in the world that has that. But you see, these people, majority of the territory they have was acquired based on going and conquering people. If Nigeria was a sane country, a lot of the place where Yoruba claim as Yoruba land, they will tell you that they are not Yorubas. And when you listen to a so-called person from Kwara State that Yoruba people are telling you is a Yoruba man, when you listen to them speak their language and you listen to Yoruba language, it's totally distinct. If you read the history of Adona Idu, you will know what I'm talking about. These Yorubas are even more related to the Ashantis in Ghana than the so-called people that they call their brothers today. So, but they know that Biafra is coming with a lot of truth because the freedom of Biafra is going to open a lot of canker worm. And they don't want to face that. But they don't know that that's not where we are coming from. What we want is absolute freedom, most especially for Biafran and for the black race. So I'm not going to be surprised, but the thing is, I know not all Yorubas are the same. There are still some good people, but these good ones are keeping quiet and letting these evil and bad eggs overshadow them and continue to project their image as the kind of people they are today. But at the end of the day, the reason why these people are talking is because what we are doing is working. You see, when your enemies don't talk about you, when your enemies don't say things about you, you have to be worried because what you're doing is not working. But what you're doing is working and they are talking about you, then you know that yes, you are pinching them. They are very uncomfortable. So at the end of the day, anybody that cannot see that Biafra is coming now, you are very stupid. Because the beginning of freedom started with the creation of this world we find ourselves today. And one of the major four things that govern this world is the four cardinal points. Everything that comes to completion has to go through four stages. When you calculate it, even in your so-called relay race, it takes four people to complete it. That's why when our forefathers designed the day and night by dividing it into Eke, Ori, Afanukwo, they were not stupid. That because they understood how nature works. It's the same thing. You want to calculate the Biafran struggle, you can do it. It started with Ojukwu. Ojukwu passed it on to Uwazurike. In as much we don't agree with what he did, but Uwazurike still did some contribution in terms of our Biafra liberation, at least keeping it alive. It was out of that Masob, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out. He picked it up. That was the number 3. And now we are in the final, which is the 4, which is our PM. So Biafra will come. And these people are afraid because there are so many histories that is going to be revealed. So many things are going to be exposed. Even where you call as Europe and the rest of the world, a lot of things is going to come out. Because you are people of the world, you are people of the creation, you are the people that were there at the first when Chukwokike made this world. And they know that. So if the Yorubas were smart, they would turn their ways because freedom for Biafra means freedom for them. Are they going to continue in a state that barely like nothing that can contribute to their GDP to make their currency stable? Everything is going absolutely bad in that zone. But at the end of the day, it's not going to stop because this needs to happen so that it can poke the bear and the beast in everybody in that contraption that call themselves in Nigeria to rise up and fight the needful. United Nations said in the coming days, not even weeks, in the coming days, 26 million people are not going to even be guaranteed of what to eat the next day. In that Nigeria, a country, a so-called country that want to continue to exist, that cannot take care of their people, but yet you have the drug baron, the president of that country. His son is in Miami enjoying with his family, taking pictures. They like to go to abroad and enjoy good things, but where they come from is a shithole because at the end of the day, it's a company. There is nobody that have ruled Nigeria. At least the percentage of indigenous people in that contraption that have ruled that country is less than 20%. Because it's either the Fulanis that has been ruling, they've run majority of that leadership in that zone. And they are not Nigerians. Now you have another man from Guinea ruling you again to show you that Nigeria is not a country. So at the end of the day, we are going to talk. It's very important we speak. Whether this our sister is in support with us or she's not in support with us. Because at the end of the day, gone are the days. We will let other people take care of our own criminals. We will take care of our own criminals by ourselves. We'll prosecute them by ourselves. You have no right to prosecute our criminals. And it's going to start with Biafra. I want to see an African continent whereby every African corrupt leader will be prosecuted and jailed in Africa, not sending them to Hague to prosecute them. No, because it is according to law, it's out of their jurisdiction. So it's going to be in our own jurisdiction. It's going to be in Biafra. We'll prosecute them. And this thing we are doing is we are changing the narrative. We are not letting that propaganda go. Because if it's scaled through, it will become reality and people will think that, yes, this is how it is. But as soon as we are attacking it, it's not going to hold any water. And before you know, the whole thing flies away. But at the end of the day, when Biafra come, we know those who will face the law. And they will give account for what they did during the Biafra liberation. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I want to add to something that Chukwumeze talked Dutch now. Can everybody hear me, please?
Thank you very much, my brother, for your submission. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Mazi David
Helen.
was speaking. Sister Helen.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
Nonso.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Nonso, can you hear me? Okay, you
Who is the
see.
next person to go now, Branuso?
Sister Helen, I don't think you can hear the host. The host is saying something. Maybe you.
Okay, let me
Yes,
go down and come up.
yes. Thank you. Go ahead,
Okay,
Mazi.
Mazi Chukwumeze, I can't agree with you less. I cannot agree with you less. What you just said made a lot of sense, and it is the real history. Okay? Now, for Biafra to
David, your audio is bad.
Nigeria,
we need money to be able to get what we need to win this fight. Every Biafran, this is a call for all of us to financially support our freedom. At the end of all the big grammar, English program, everything we do, it boils to money. Please, my fellow Biafrans, I'm calling upon everyone that believe in the Biafra Republic government in exile, led by His Excellency Mazi Simon Èkpá and his cabinet and what he's doing. If you believe in the leader that knows tomorrow, that is leading us to our declaration in Finland, December 2nd, kindly support this cause. Financially, to make the journey of 1,000 miles turn to a journey of 1 or 2 miles. To make the hard working that we are going to work easier for us. If you're one of those that are fighting us, please stop fighting us. Our common enemy are the Janjaweed terrorist government of Nigeria and his allies. They are our enemies. We are not enemies of ourselves. Let's work with unity and make sure we fight our common enemies. To make sure that the Nigerian government will be on their knee. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, when we're done, Somalia will be better than Nigeria. Because Nigeria have broke all of us heart. My father worked as a civil servant in that country. When he retired, do you know, at the time they threw his paper, they refused to pay him his pension. I will never forgive Nigeria. Go to hell for all you supporters of that evil empire, evil entity called Nigeria. I hate Nigeria with passion. Nigeria killed over 5 million of my people. I hate Nigeria. If I have the opportunity to burn Nigeria to ashes in this minute, I will. And if you're one of those that support that country and you refuse to leave, exactly what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, that I will do that. And I believe our Prime Minister have a template that we are following, that we are working closely with. We call him a good guy. we know what he's capable of. He's trying to save life. He's trying to make sure that we have less casualty. And for the Nigerian stupid government, one word I still have for that entity called Nigeria. You are all idiots. From the President Tinubu to the terrorist Chetima, evil, useless human being that as actually saw one of our own stupid celebrity that's still dying with our enemy, shaking Chetima in the midst of Oni Ife and all that. God will punish you all. After all these people have put us through, all you stupid celebrity, I will start calling your name one after another. When the due time comes, you all know yourself. You went and shook the hand of the head of Boko Haram terrorists, that is the vice president of the so-called zoo country called Nigeria. And you are a Biafran. I have a question for you. Are you truly a Biafran, or you are one of those that was planted to take our land from us? All of you politicians and the idiotic celebrities of all kinds that are dining with our enemy, you better repent, turn around. Make this journey of 1,000 miles to be a journey of 1 mile for all of us. The ones called pig in the creek, called Asare Odokumbo, where he used to speak the truth. He said, the earlier you realize that we are not Nigeria, the better for you and me. Fellow Biafrans, we have the ongoing IOU. Everyone that have participated, thank you all. We appreciate you. Our Prime Minister and his cabinet say thank you. Thank you. What you are doing is the right thing. You will never regret it. And if you have not participated or participated, kindly do that for the sake of Biafrans. The good news again is that I will tell you from the bottom of my heart, as the finance minister, I have been carrying my duty that I pledged for with all my heart. I have been doing it with everything I have, sincerely, or more than 100%. Every penny that you have contributed towards what we are doing by the directive of the government of Biafra have been channeled to the appropriate reason why the fund was donated. Your money is doing the bidding of Biafra. Your money is doing what you place your money in our hands. We are doing the job from the bottom of our heart. I pledge to Biafrans that you will never regret the money you put towards this cause. The trust that the Biafran people trust in our Prime Minister and his cabinet, thank you. It's not a mistake. Because the Biafran people see something. They found out who is the true, genuine freedom fighters. They found out that the so-called former DOS, they are just career agitators. They found out that this government, we don't get paid. We are all volunteer. We are all servants for the people of Biafra. We work for the people of Biafra because the government of Biafra is for the people. Not like the time when Nayanya and others used to run the financial affair of the former IPOB Nigeria, when they pay themselves. The funds that have been coming to the Biafran Republic government is being used to serve the purpose of the fund. Thank you all for the trust that you all have on us, that you all have in the Biafran government. And Biafrans, you all can see the result of the fund, the weekly donation, those that donate online, and those that contribute during our Saturday fundraising, and those that have been part of the town hall meeting that have been going on. Just that what we are doing, we are fighting a war. And to fight a war costs money. Money. We are not hiding it to say we need money. To fight war costs money. Even Russia as a country, a decayed country that have been there for decades, thousands of years, they still need money to fight Ukraine. Even Ukraine as well need money to fight Russia. These are countries that are powerful, that have been in existence for thousands of years. Israel as well need money to be able to get more sophisticated weapons to defeat all Iranian forces that surround them. So what about Biafra? We need money as well, because we are fighting war. And this is a systematic war that the Nigerian government are fighting on a daily basis to eliminate us. They don't want the world to know what's going on. This is not 1967, where they suppress the news. They never want the international body, international countries to know that war is going on. Now we have our wonderful media team led by Mazi Soni Akbarawara and his deputy. And we also have our Prime Minister Twitter handle that every day thousands of people are getting the message from there. And both delegates from different countries and some congressmen and women from the United States of America and also Finland and the world at large. So everything that is going on, we will make sure we let the world know. So Biafrans, I'm still pleading with you again. Let's all come together, join force, and do what we're supposed to do. And you that still live in diaspora and you are comfortable, why not you be comfortable in Biafra land? If you are not thinking about how you'll be comfortable in Biafra land, for Biafra land, to be better than the country that you reside on, you are an evil, idiot human being. Sorry for the word I use, but that's who you are. You are evil. Because if you believe in Chukwu Okike Abiyama, God, that say God is love, that love of God will touch your heart. That love of God will make you want to make Biafra land be like the same land where you are enjoying the milk and honey. That love of God will make you want Biafra land to be better than Dubai. That love of God will make you think about generation when we pass away. What's going to be the future of our children? Do you want our children to start from where we stop? Hey, no, that will not happen. No, wow, this time we are getting there. Thank God we have a leader that knows how to lead us. Mazi Simon Èkpá, I'm not hiding my mouth because we are following him, following his directive and his footsteps. But as far as the pain that is boiling from our heart, we will make sure we get it this time. This time is this time. This time will not pass us by. If you are not supporting us, don't worry. We'll definitely get to the finish line. But we appreciate if you make it easy. We appreciate if you support. We appreciate that when Biafra comes, you will be one of those that will smile. You will be one of those that your children, your generation will reap from what you plant. But if you are not supporting us and you make us struggle, a journey that's supposed to be 1 mile